Good evening, Central Oregon. A happy Labor Day weekend to you. With the fire, really just the Lion's Head fire, still burning up in Jefferson County, now growing to more than 11,000 acres. We are once again under an air quality alert here across Central Oregon, and that lasts all the way until Monday, so Labor Day at 11 a.m. And then right after that picks up a fire weather watch, a couple fire weather watches to talk to you about. First one starts at 11 a.m. on Monday, ends at 8 p.m. on Monday. That covers most of Central Oregon, really the parts like Redmond, Bend, Madras, and Prineville. But you'll see here on this next slide, the areas just to the east of the Cascades, so Sisters, Lapine, really the western parts of Jefferson and Deschutes County. They are also under a fire weather watch. That one starts Monday at 11 a.m. as well, but lasts all the way until Tuesday at 10 p.m. because we are expecting some very, very strong winds on both of those days. And of course, Lapine and Sisters, based on their location, will be more heavily affected by those dry conditions, low humidity, and strong winds, putting us under that fire weather watch. Would not be surprised if that increases to a fire weather warning at some point. Look at our smoke forecast right now moving forward, staying in the light range for the rest of the night tonight. And we essentially stay there for much of the day tomorrow as well. But at 5 o'clock in the evening, that's where we start to see a change. Winds are not necessarily picking up at that point, but just a little bit. And you'll see it start to spread out, putting some of Deschutes County into that moderate to dense range. Looks like Crook County and the eastern parts of Jefferson County not as heavily affected based on the wind direction. But Sisters, of course, the most heavily hit city on the map based on its location. Redmond, Bend, and Sun River also, and Lapine, expected to be covered with a pretty moderate to dense smoke level layer tomorrow evening. And then it clears up just a bit through the overnight into Monday. And again, that's around the time that our air quality alert ends and our fire weather watch begins on Monday. And that's Labor Day, of course. Future winds showing you, I'm just going to let this run all the way through until it stops on Monday because you'll see not much changes. The numbers, for the most part, stay in the single digits. But on Monday, as I said, when that fire weather watch comes into play, that's when winds really start to pick up. Winds out of the north at 16 to 21 miles an hour in the day. Could have some wind gusts up around 30, though. And then in the evening, picks up even more, sustained winds between 20 to 30 miles an hour. And we could have some wind gusts up around 43 miles an hour. So some very, very strong wind conditions are ahead, even though they won't be here really for until Monday morning, or really Monday afternoon is when those start. Allergy forecast showing us low pollen counts in grass, nothing else to keep track of there. Should be that way tomorrow as well. Forecast lows for your Saturday in the 50s and 40s here across the board. 52 degrees in Bend, 51 in Warm Springs, and the rest of us scattered in the 40s. And then forecast highs for your Sunday, all the way scattered in the 90s. I do want to mention, yesterday on Friday, we were expecting to possibly tie a record high set back in 1998 of 100 degrees. Well, we broke it. We topped out at 101 degrees in Redmond, and that's where the Robertsfield Almanac gives us our record highs. So we set a new record. A new 22-year-old record has been broken with a 101-degree forecast high yesterday. Obviously not the case, but still going to be very warm tomorrow in the 90s. But then on Labor Day, we cool down pretty drastically into the mid-80s. And then the 70s even on Tuesday before we warm right back up into the 90s pretty much to finish out the rest of the week. And then in the high 80s a week from today.